Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Acupuncture is My Life. Now, I'm enjoying, but I haven't responded to everyone's questions or concerns regarding subtle symptoms that can potentially be life-threatening. Now, that two-part series apparently was pretty popular, and there was a request to see if I can add one or two more parts to it, but at this point I would just simply say, see your local acupuncturist, sit with your acupuncturist if you're experiencing any unusual yet persistent issues or symptoms, okay? And I know there's quite a few of you globally that have downloaded the app and have messaged me with tons of questions. I'm going to try and get back to them over the next 2 days. So if you can, just give myself or administration here at Acupuncture is My Life another 48 hours to answer your questions. And if any listeners out there that haven't already downloaded the Acupuncture is My Life app for free, do so. The Google Play Store if you have an Android, the Apple Store if you have an iPhone. Okay, because many of you send emails with regard to certain topics, and it kind of gets mixed up with other emails that don't pertain to podcasts, and I'm sure some of them get overlooked by admin. So it's much easier to just download the Acupuncture is My Life app. Now, in this episode, I intend to discuss warning signs that pertain to pancreatic cancer. Now, this type of cancer is difficult to test for. And usually, once it's detected, it's in later stages and it's pretty late. And honestly, most do not survive it. It's tough to identify this type of cancer in its early stages. But if you're aware of certain symptoms, you sort of put yourself ahead of the game. Because you don't want this type of cancer to get to an advanced stage and then it begins to spread to adjacent organs, other organs, especially the stomach, because the stomach is right next to the pancreas. I mean, like sometimes or most times they touch, but you want to be careful. Just it's subtle signs and symptoms to just be aware of. All right? The first being abdominal pain that's just there. It's dull. It's just hanging around. It won't go away. And this is usually the abdomen area behind your stomach. That's where the pancreas is located. So you're going to get that discomfort in that area. And it'll sort of be like dull. And why? Because it's pressing against the stomach. And more times than not, it's not a type of dull pain that you're going to recognize and say, oh my gosh, right away something is wrong. Most individuals just brush it off as a slight bit of discomfort. But as it progresses, it becomes more painful, more persistent. That is your subtle alarm to see both a local acupuncturist as well as your physician. Now, when I say see an acupuncturist, because they're going to look for what's causing, any type of obstruction in relevant channels and vessels that represent the presenting chi stagnation and blood stasis. Okay? So you'd want to see a local acupuncturist as well as your physician. Another symptom can be back pain. Now, I know many of you feel, how does back pain tie into this? Isn't that more as a result of trauma? No way. Never perceive back pain to be only as a result of trauma. Because many individuals experience back pain and have no clue as to where it came from. So there's no way you can feel or assume back pain is due to trauma. Because some individuals say, well, doc, I don't remember falling or hurting my back. Maybe it's old age. You're not old in some cases. I would tell people in general, I'm not even going to reference my patients. Some people out see the health fair or just in general, colleagues and associates I know. You see, when cancer spreads to the nerves which surround a particular organ, in this case the pancreas, that can cause back pain. You're experiencing unusual back pain, have no clue where it came from. You want to see a physician and you want to see a local acupuncturist right away. You want to address this problem. And this is why I say over and over, along with your annual checkups or your annual visits with your physician, you want to include regular wellness visits with an acupuncturist. Because so much in the way of what can evolve to be something serious can be caught early, addressed, rectified right away, and let's move on. You don't want to walk around with the burden of health on your shoulders all day, every day for the rest of your life. Now, another symptom of pancreatic cancer, another sign, warning sign, is if your skin itches a lot. And you're wondering, like, why? This can be a sign that, you have bilirubin that's building up in the skin. And your skin begins to turn yellow or appears yet more yellow or yellow. What can cause this? Well, I'll tell you this for purposes of this episode. Pancreatic cancer can cause that. So if you notice this persistent itchy sensation on the skin and your skin is, yellowing, beginning to yellow, see an acupuncturist and a doctor right away, your physician. Now, another interesting reality to this episode is a subtle warning sign of depression. Many people are unaware that there's a depression, pancreatic cancer relationship that does exist. If you ever notice a sudden onset of both anxiety and depression, and you're like, where did this come from? Being aware that such a connection or relationship exists, you're one step ahead of the game. Consider sitting with an acupuncturist or contacting Acupuncture is My Life. You can't go wrong because health is wealth. The wealth, it's not in the bank. It's not in the safe. It's not in your purse. It's not in your pocket. It's not under the mattress. It's not in the shoebox in the closet. It's not under the doghouse in the backyard. It's in you. So you know what? If you're operating a vehicle right now, do me a favor. Pull it over to the side of the road. And if you're crossing the street, I need you to hurry up and safely get across the street. And if you're carrying or lifting something heavy, take a moment, rest it down. I need everyone in a relaxed state right now because I need you to close your eyes. And I need you to say to yourself, acupuncture is my life. And now open them. Boom. You are now brand new. And brand new you are. Another potential warning sign can be, are you losing weight and you can't figure out why? Understand something. Cancer metastasizes or progresses. One of its methods is consuming the calories that you eat, you ingest. It lives off of that. It thrives from that. Okay. It consumes your energy. And also, the tumor in the pancreas will begin pressing against your stomach. And you cannot eat the amount of food that you once did. And you'll feel full so quick. And to add to that, it's no longer because it's become dysfunctional. Discharging, putting out the proper amount of enzymes, digestive juices required for your body to properly absorb the nutrients in which it needs. If you notice yourself losing weight unexpectedly, there's no explanation whatsoever to it. See an acupuncturist or contact Acupuncture is my life. Start there. And to learn more about acupuncture and pancreatic cancer, simply download the Acupuncture is My Life app. Whether you have an iPhone or an Android, doesn't matter. It's free. And you can ask any questions you want. So much to learn as a result of downloading the Acupuncture is My Life app. And along with doing that, please make acupuncture a part of your life. Because acupuncture is my life. What's yours?